Hey guys, and Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, as the holidays may be. Um, this is a little bit of what's going on. First order of business: the saga of Beck continues. Let me tell you how our Christmas went. It was a mix of good and somewhat bad. Christmas Eve, which was our anniversary night. Uh, Me and Allison had a quiet Christmas Eve, but she discovered that night coming home that now he's gone to this. He was, okay, number one, it was Christmas Eve, it was pouring rain, and Christmas Day, it was pouring rain, right? Well, Christmas Eve, she comes home. I think we got some little something here and there. No, it was the day before, actually, when we got our supplies, and that day, and the day after. Rather than driving by like he normally does, she drove up with some supplies for Christmas Eve. You know, we got the food and got the sparkling this, that, and the other, and she just happens to cast a glance over there because it's become a normal habit to look over that way when we pull in or leave to make sure that, you know, what's he up to before we go. Well, we get in, and she casts a glance over, and she's like, oh my god, he's on his porch. He's standing in the rain on his porch, watching our house and watching us in the rain. So we made note of that, and we went inside. Every once in a while, I have a room on that side that all the lights are off, so I can just move those drapes. There's no light going through the slot in the curtains. And I looked over there. He's still up there, and he's watching the house. And even without doing that, my camera at night, because of the way the lights are out there, you can't quite see it clear enough to be invading someone's privacy because it's all blurry. It's a JPEG camera, and it's like smaller than the head of a pin, but it is enough that you can see a silhouette. You know, you can't see any detail on it. He stood on that porch all night, and I mean, it was like ditch filling, pouring rain. He stood on that porch all night, and I guess he had a raincoat or something on, and he just watched our house all night in the rain. And we went out a little later to get some more stuff. She looked over there, and what he was doing is he was alternating between watching the house outside in the rain and sliding back inside his door and looking through that little vertical slot in his door, you know. The guy's a creep. The guy's a creep. So, I don't know. Now, she is away right now in Houston getting her Social Security stuff taken care of because she has to send her school some information. I'm going to put my glasses on because this white screen is really hurting my eyes. Let me just look over here real fast. Well, you guys get the gaudy safety glasses because that's all I got, so. That's better. But anyway, so she goes off. There's no car out there now, and I haven't been outside but briefly, and I didn't see him anywhere out there, so he's probably out there right now, probably gauging whether he'd be lucky enough to come over here and there'd be nobody around. Of course, the cameras are rolling, but I think he's aware a little bit of the blind spots in my cameras. So, he comes over. I got some hardware waiting for him. I'm just sitting here very quietly in this house. And, I'm just listening, keeping an ear open. And I'm listening to the dog, because the dog can hear better than I can, and the dog absolutely hates him. Dog absolutely hates him. So, that's how that's going. It's, I think a little after 2:30 in the morning now, because I have this ridiculously obscure window of opportunity where the bandwidth is not capped to uploads. That's why I'm making this now. And I'm drinking HEB Donut Shop Blend coffee, which is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. It's a little strong. You gotta brew it in anything bigger than 10 ounces. Otherwise, it's gonna peel the paint off the walls or burn the back of your throat. It's so strong, you know. You have to brew it in a larger cup. But anyway, that aside, it was a very nice Christmas. My wife got me a French press. And I'll tell you a little something about a French press. Once you master the art of using the French press, and it doesn't take very long, you can make some of the most awesome coffee, depending on what blend and brand of coffee you put into it, to some degree. So I'm going to be playing with that. I've been turning out some really good coffee there, and when I have the time and I'm able to take the time to use the thing I do, I kind of stray away from the K-Cup machine and I go to brew it in the press. But here lately I've been using the K-Cup machine quite a bit because Mom brought us a ton of different K-Cup coffees and chocolates and teas for Christmas, and so we've been enjoying that. And in fact, that's why I'm drinking it now. I've got one cup left of that donut shop blend, and it's not the greatest stuff in the universe, but it's convenient. The Keurig is a very convenient machine. You don't have all this mixing and this, that, and that. You just push the button and it's done. In a little while you have a hot cup of coffee. I have figured out how to get good coffee out of a reusable filter out of a Keurig. Get strong stuff. Get espresso cut, espresso ground. Other coffees work pretty good too. Also, I'll tell you right now, one of the best filters out there is cheap, number one, and you get a pile of them for what you pay. Is it Melita? Yeah, Melita makes a reusable filter. It's not the Java Jig. They make one with an actual mesh membrane, and I bought that one. It's one of those ones that folds open, you load it, Good filter. They say they're good. Each one is good for 20 or more uses. I think it'll go longer than that. But they don't leak. They don't have all this silicone ring and this and that and the other and all this other crud in them, It's just a straight plastic filter. And one of the things it does, when you fold it shut, it snaps. It's not going to open. And it puts a big enough backup on that rubber washer when you close down the Keurig that it doesn't leak around the top seal or around the washer. The other thing they did, because a lot of Keurig filters, a lot of these reusable filters, they have mesh on the bottom. Now what happens is when that thing jets water in there, it spreads all that coffee out. Like here's your coffee, and when the water jets down into the filter, out to the sides, and there's a hole down the middle, and it goes right through the mesh, and it makes a weak cup of coffee. The Melita filter has a solid bottom, so when all that coffee spreads out up onto the walls, it's pushing water through the coffee. And it goes through the walls and then down, into the holster that the coffee maker has, which has a hole in the bottom of it. And you get good, strong coffee. It makes coffee better than an Eco Brew. It makes coffee better than the Java Jig, which was their first filter, which is a good filter, but, there's a lot of loose parts on a Java Jig to lose. So, they make that. I'll have to find that box and show it to you. I'll review it in a video further down. But it's a darn good reusable filter. It makes espresso ground coffee without getting the slag in the bottom of the cup. That's how fine the membrane in it is. I have yet to get grounds in the bottom of my cups using that filter. It's not stainless, though. It's a plastic membrane. But that's okay. It makes awesome coffee. You owe it to yourself to go get you one, or get a pack of them. Actually, I think they're $5 a pack or something like that. They make using a Keurig economical. And get your favorite blend of coffee. I've been putting Yuban in mine. My friend Darren got me for Christmas. Actually got it for me to review it, and that review is going to be coming very soon. He got me some Yuban. I've never drank Yuban, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is really good coffee, and I'll go into depth in it in the review. I'll probably do that next. So that's what's been going on. It's been mostly, a lot of the things I got for Christmas were of the coffee making variety, because everybody knows I like coffee, and I'm always trying new things with coffee, and, So I'll be putting that review up. This donut shop blend gets a little better after a while. It's weird. It's kind of like another coffee I reviewed that when it came out of the maker it was extremely strong and bitter, but as it sat in there it mellowed and it actually started tasting good. I'll have to look back in my reviews to figure out which one it was that I said that about. I've reviewed a lot of different, well, maybe 3 or 4 different coffees. And yeah, the Yuban review is coming. I haven't forgotten about the Harbor Freight generator review. I'll be doing that probably in the next week. It's well over 2 years now. It's a couple of months out. So that review is coming. I'll be reviewing the earlier blue model before the new Stormcat red tanked models. So, excuse me. I just ate and the coffee's reacting. Sometimes that happens, you know. So that'll be coming out probably in the next week or so. I gotta get some fresh gas and mix it up. I don't put old gas in my generator because it's a 2-stroke. You don't want to be putting super old 2-cycle fuel in there because it can wreck things. Best thing to do when that stuff starts to age is use it to burn some trash. Which I'll probably be doing soon. Aside from that, not a whole lot going on. It's mostly just the neighbor. We've been spending a lot of time indoors because it's either been cold or it's been cold and raining or just raining. You know, the plants are in. And, oh, what is the other things? Family news. My mother's truck. Well, first my mother's car died. She was in Atlanta. And she drove, I think, what was that thing she had? It was either a Hyundai or some such thing. She was in Atlanta and the thing threw the timing belt and detonated the engine. Just completely destroyed the engine. And basically at that point, when you throw a timing belt and you're going down the highway, it's toast. It's done. You might as well get another car for what you're going to pay to get all that crap back together again. It would have needed a new engine and all that, and just, you know, by the time you do all that, just get another car and save yourself a mountain of headaches. So she started driving her truck, and she took it up to Spring. She started having problems with the truck. She went to go and have the doors repaired and found out the whole damn body of the truck. She thought it was just that she needed some rubber sleeves, you know, that the door hinges, not rubber, plastic sleeves, I think is what it was. Because the doors were like chunk, you know, and rattling around. She come to find out there was major frame damage done to that truck. That kid who owned that truck, whose father knowingly sold her that truck in the condition it was and lied about it. She got around to fixing those doors, or trying to, and they found out it had major frame damage. The mechanic said in all of his years of being a mechanic, he had never seen that type of damage on a vehicle but one other time, and that was, apparently that truck was in a wreck or something, who knows. But she went to have it fixed and found out that it's going to be so expensive that they're just going to discard it, and she's going to try to find another used vehicle. So hopefully when she gets back, she was supposed to be back tonight, but they, you know, you ain't going to find a used car on the holidays. Nobody's open. So she's down there taking care of that. So I'm just up here guarding the fort, and that's about how it goes. You know, just a lot of things going on. A lot of things, little things breaking mostly from people that I know. And just a little scope of what's going on, something quick I can upload tonight. That's it. Oh, Travis, if you're out there, I think I lost your phone number. I tried to get in touch with you. I discarded my old phone because it was a piece of junk, and AT&T didn't work out here. And I thought I had copied all the numbers out. Actually, I've got your number, but I need to give you my number. I'll do that. I'll call you later on and let you have that. I was wondering why you hadn't called in a while. And then I realized I probably didn't let you know my new number, so I'm going to get that to you probably tomorrow. And that's about it, guys. That's about it from out here. Just cold, wet, rainy. Minding the dog, minding the house. Dealing with a psycho neighbor. So, as long as the dog is letting me know that nothing's going on out there, it should be okay. But, you know, we're prepared. Still haven't gone to Jasper with that video because I've got about 5 days of video footage I'm going to roll through and see if he's done anything else. And get that to the cops. If he's done anything else, I will immediately get it to the cops. So, who knows? And as I say, excuse the gaudy safety glasses. It's just all I had on the table, and that was hurting my eyes. So, anyway, y'all have a good one. Have a Merry Christmas. Have Happy Holidays. Keep us in your prayers. We'll keep all of you in our prayers, and catch y'all when we do.